So you might have noticed it's been a while since I've uploaded, and again, I apologize for that. I do really like making these videos where I explain the process of, my art projects and all that. But I actually have a pretty good reason. I've been working on my record label lately, and I wanted to get one of the guys' releases out so I could work on another guy's releases. And luckily that all went through pretty well. It's just I need to make sure some of that is taken care of, but what I also want to take care of is this. So yeah, today we're going to start working on a little bit of the electrical side of the Furby project. So it's going to be cut up into a lot of parts, but first and foremost, the first few things we're going to work on is, I think, the most risky part. Oh, by the way, you might be wondering what this is. I could make a video about it if you guys want me to. If not, I totally understand. That's all up to you guys. But what I'm doing is I'm actually making a rack mount cassette duplicator. So this whole thing, I think I bought it for like $10 off Marketplace, and I'm gonna put a bunch of tape decks I found in it and have them mounted along here, and so I can duplicate, like, I think I have like 3, but one of them does 2, so I can duplicate around 4 copies for this machine. So yeah, it only cost me around $27 total, but we'll see where that goes, and if you want me to make a video, I'm all open to it. But yeah, so for today, this little fucker is going to get a little bit of work done that honestly I'm a little bit afraid about doing, but I know it's a very necessary process, so we're going to still go through with it. But yeah, so we're going to make this guy run off of AC power. So what I did actually was I got some big pack at a thrift store of like a bunch of cables, and they all had whatever type of connector this is, USB, micro USB or whatever. So I got a bunch of those, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of them to actually power this guy. So it should be only 5 volts, which should be enough. What I'm going to do is I'm basically going to take out the battery terminal and replace it with this. So yeah, let's get to that. And then after that, we're going to work on getting the amplifier actually hooked into the chair itself. So we'll get into that in a bit. But yeah, let's get started. Alright, so this part is going to be a little unorthodox, but yeah, I'm going to show. Basically, we got the little dude open. He's all good. We're eventually going to deal with this and have this wired up properly. But basically what we're going to need to do is create a hole. So this is the black and the red, and we're going to have a way that wires down. So that's going to sound a little difficult, but it's a little bit more easy in practice. Simply all we really need to do, oh god, I feel kind of bad doing this. Poor dude. But luckily, the plastic's not connected to anything, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Anyway, what we're going to do from there is, see these 2 wires? We're going to have these actually lead into here, and then go onto this cable right here. Now this is where it's going to get risky, and I'm afraid I might basically blow up the whole unit, but you know what, if I get this first try, I'm fine, and I should be good after that. But another thing that's going to be a little bit more exciting, and a lot more, I guess, relaxing for some people, is I'm also going to be adding a toggle switch to turn it on and off, which I know defeats the purpose of a Furby because it's supposed to be constantly on and supposed to kind of annoy the fuck out of you. But yeah, you know what? I'm going to add that just because of power saving reasons, and also because I don't want this thing to blow up randomly. Oh shit. Well, that would not have ended good if that was to have gone through. But basically, very simple. Take the wire right here. Boom. And there we go. Got those 2 wires there. Now we just need to thread it through. So basically pull this up right there, pull this one. Oh, it's actually in a loop. That's interesting. I didn't know that. But we're going to take this and thread it through here so we have a little bit more leeway right here. There we go. Now all we need to do is have this wire go through here. Hopefully we have enough room for this. And the other one go right here. And there we go. Now we have both wires open to be threaded. I mean, if we want to. Hold on. I'm going to actually add a little bit more space to kind of like test this, because what we first need to do before anything is just test that these wires work or we have it wired up properly. So no, it's kind of not good to do that, but sometimes we'll do. Take a little bit of my mouth and use that to kind of open up a little space. So, oh shit! Kind of. I didn't shock myself because there's no power going through here, but I think I did poke myself. Yeah, I poked myself. Anyway, get that right there. Now here's the part where I am the most fucking afraid. Like, I am actually afraid that this is going to end out really badly. What we're going to do is we're going to take one of these wires, basically twist it along here. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, man. And then the other one, go right here. Now, there we go. Good testing. Oh god. This is where I'm afraid. This could blow up. This could fuck up so many different ways, but this works properly. Should be good. Ooh, that might not be a working wall outlet. Okay, nothing so far. There is supposed to be a thing that powers it on, where you have to twist a gear. And just in case I have it the wrong way, which totally could be the case, I'm going to put it on the other way, see if that makes a difference. If not, I'll put it back on the other way and I'll twist it around. But, okay. God, this is stressful. Alright. Okay, moment of truth. Okay. Nothing again. So what we're going to do actually, do the gear trick again. Something's smelling, that's not a good thing. Alright, I'm going to come back once I figure this out, and then, yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, so I figured out what was wrong. I guess maybe I assumed that one side was... I guess I doubled one side, and it basically was the correct one. So what I did, basically, was I wired it up. I put the red one, and I put a little bit of white spray paint on it, just so I can identify that this is the cable for the red. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread this through. That I have that, knowing that it's black. So black, okay, shit. We're going to have this going through here. Actually, both of these going through here. Let me twist this through. Which, shit. I think I should probably make this a little bit longer cable, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more red to this. Have a little bit of extra additional red cable here, which should help out at least a bit. And what I'll do, okay, So I'm going to twist these two together right here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of solder, have these two joined, tin that bit. This is also so I can add this to the switch. Okay, so that seems like it's good enough. Give that that's a good amount of cooldown. I'm going to get my tape. I'm going to add that right there. Alright, solid shit. Now we got that down. Let's serve both of these wires through. One of these I don't have to actually fucking worry about, the other one I do. Okay. So there we go. So what we're going to need to do now, I made another hole for the switch, and what's basically going to happen is one side's going to be soldered to here, and then the Motorola charger is actually going to be soldered to another piece of the switch, which should allow it to, you know what, actually also I should do this before I forget. Where the fuck is it? There's like there's a little bit of additional solder that I should take off just so it's a little bit easier to get to. Alright, found it. So, basically, just need to put this right here. That. Okay. Now the piece I think should be removable by just doing the plier. You know what? Fuck it. I don't really care about that. Guess I'll do it on the other two right there. Should be much easier. Yeah. Okay. Who cares? Let's work on the... I guess we'll work on the white cable first, because that's the one that's a little iffy right now. But, yeah. Let's solder on here. This needle is really bad. Honestly, there's this place near me called The Point. They have a much better needle that, like, literally I go there just because they have, like, amazing utilities. Just a great facility overall. I know I'm kind of shilling, but, you know, what you gonna do? Add a little more solder right there. This is a shitty job, by the way. I'm not the best solderer. Or I guess just not with this type of iron, because it's kind of a shitty iron. I think I paid like maybe $5 for this. Yeah, that seems okay. I think that will get the job done. Or at least the test for a job done. But, okay, let's thread this through. Okay, got that one wired up. Then, again, kids, don't try this at home if there are kids listening. Most likely not, but you know, you never know. Anyway, let's get the last wire on, and then we could test this to see if I did this properly, because I probably didn't. I always suck at like doing this shit. Okay. Okay, that should be a good test. Again, I can, go back and add hot glue and all that in a bit, but just to see if what I did works, let's plug it in. Hope I don't fucking explode something. Okay. Okay, yeah, the switch works. Seems to work. Alright, solid. Alright, shut the fuck up. Yeah, let's get into the other wiring in a second, but yeah, I'm gonna hot glue this and we'll get back to this. Alright. Well, it's been a while since I've recorded, and mainly, it was because of family stuff. I wanted to upload a little bit more, but, stuff comes up, life happens. You can't really do much. But, in time, I have been able to work on a lot. Felt like I wanted to document it, but I felt like if I spent too much time documenting it, I wouldn't have as much time to focus on, getting this down. But I can basically show the gist of what I've done so far. There's like a couple more things left. I'm going to split that into a part 3. But as of now, I'm going to show what I have right now and what I'm planning on doing soon. So, this is going to look done from the front, but there is still so much I need to do. So, got this fucker here. He's not on the chair yet. He still needs to be stitched. And I lost one of the ears. I don't know where the other ear went. That's the thing. I need to find the other ear. That'll be an issue, possibly. This all needs to be stitched around here. Right here I added a switch where you can, I think I filmed it before, but I can turn this on and off completely, which is nice. I have it all wired back here. So I think I explained how I wired these two, the power onto there, so I don't have to use batteries. But these two cables, you might be wondering what the purple and the orange cable are. And those, I took out the entire speaker system, and if you look down here, I was able to successfully mount the entire speaker on the bottom of the chair. That actually feeds through here on the chair, and it will go into the amplifier. So these things need to be rewired and resoldered back on to, well, their initial thing. I'm going to add a power strip right here and find a way to mount this amplifier right here. The problem right now is that this is a soft material and there needs to be some sort of plastic to mount it onto so it doesn't, fall off or, get caught. The screw, it just would be tedious and just hard to do that way. So, yeah, there's a couple more things I do want to explain. Speaker was relatively easy, but it's really demonic and loud. I think possibly I'm going to have in the video in between the work in, well, this part, how I did that, or what it looks like, at least the mechanics. But I'll also show you what I did to the amplifier, because that's important as well. So with the amplifier, I wanted to try to get out all the components I wasn't going to use and strip it down as much as possible. So that meant I needed to get rid of the mounting brackets right here, the front cover right here, and then also the input and output jacks on the side right here, and only leave the necessary knobs on the side. I could remove the knobs, but the knobs are kind of hard to move without these on them, so I just kept them there. I could have also just taken this whole thing and just individually mounted it, but I know that would have caused some issues, and if anything, it would have caused a fire hazard. So I just kept it in here. What I'm going to do is when I do mount it, I'm going to drill a hole right on this side, right over here, on the side right here, and right here, and when it's mounted on, it should allow it to stay in place. What's nice too is I don't have to have a huge gigantic input-output jack right here. It just goes directly to the source. Very simple. They even, the people who made this crown thing, they were just so nice. They even put like a little diagram, which one's positive, which one's negative, and which one's ground. I don't know if that'll focus, but I pointed to the correct location, so that's good. Power's right there. Again, the power strip is going to be a little difficult. I need to find a way to kind of have it dangling down. I'm probably going to have it going down this way. That might be the best bet on that front. But yeah, that's all we got for all this. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. Leave a like, dislike if you want. Feel free to dislike bomb me if you want to. I like to pretend that, like, I don't know, I like to mess with the algorithm, have a little bit of a, you know, fun time, you know, because likes and dislikes don't really mean much to me. They're just simply buttons you can click. But yeah, shout at me in the comments, have some fun around there. I also am going to try to get this into my gallery at school. So once I get this whole thing done, and I go to the part 3 and finish up the last final parts, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to upload a final video where I show it in the show if it gets to that point. And then, I don't know, give an explanation of it. And yeah, test it out with people, see their surprise. But yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed this. Yeah, see you around. Bye.